Welcome to the Art of Black Miami podcast, sponsored by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. Our stories introduce emerging and experienced artists who make Miami an exciting place to live and visit. I'm Rosie Gordon-Wallace, curator and arts advocate. Miami is home since the 1970s. My passion is cultivating the vision and talent of contemporary artists from the Caribbean diaspora, artists of color, and immigrant artists. Many cultures and languages come together to shape the character of Miami. Born in Haiti, Asser Saint-Val has lived in Miami most of his life. He earned his Bachelor of Fine Arts in painting and graphic design from the New World School of the Arts and University of Florida. His art has been exhibited in the US and in the Caribbean. This city is dear to him.
Miami is my home. This is where I've explored art, even in high school, college, and also showing. That's what I've always known. And of course, meeting many artists and art lovers such as yourself, Rosie. So Miami is just a grounding home for me.
Asser, which neighborhood do you think inspires you the most?
Definitely where I'm living right now, in Allapattah. It has not been gentrified, not yet. It's very slowly coming, but I can still enjoy the rawness of just the backyard and create.
I know that performance is a vital dimension of your work as a painter. Tell me a bit more about that.
The painting have a long history. There's 2 decades of transformation. I started as a figurative painter, and then the work transformed into quasi-figurative. So it's like the landscape stays, but the form and the figures started morphing into the essence rather than the physical body.
There's a particular palette in your work. How did this come about?
Since I'm from Haiti, Haitian painters, the masters, they have a non-apologetic way of using color. It's very bold. I'm not sorry about it. That's just Caribbean. This is how we approach color. It's very loud, it's very bold, and it's intentional. So I combine that with my academic studies at the New World School of the Arts and UF. So the colors are somewhat muted and also fauve, like fauvism, bold.
Asser, I have watched you dedicate yourself to exploring and illuminating the concept of neuromelanin. Melanin is what makes our skin the color that it is, no matter what color we are. And neuromelanin goes even deeper. Please share.
I've always been interested in exploring neuromelanin, which is the center of the brain that secretes melanin. So the neuromelanin is brain melanin, and then the body is the melanin. I'm interested in the spiritual connection with that. I explore that through the painting. I tap into my own third eye and melanin and then create this experience.
Neuromelanin is the key idea behind your performance installation work, The Philosopher's Stone. Will you tell me about how this work evolved from painting into this immersive experience?
The Philosopher's Stone evolved from the movement of the artwork. I've started to explore painting in real life or in real space. To do that, I have to deal with the senses. So the installations is interactive, it's multisensory, the smell, taste, the body is involved, audio, performance. For this installation at the Moore building with Sectionality, I collaborated with 3 amazing local artists, Nicole Combo, Adrienne Tabet, and Zoe Manon. Nicole Combo practiced somatic education, where she uses movement as an intention for healing. Adrienne is a sculptor. She's a body painter. She painted Nicole nude, and she had her own concept of what she's bringing to the installation.
Each musical collaborator adds a new dimension. You've worked with sound bowls, bass guitars, a violinist. However, in this last performance, you worked with a female cellist. You told her you needed a male figure to balance the energy in the piece. How did she take that on?
I needed a cellist. And I called Idzo Manoun, who is a student at FIU. She said, well, I'm not a male, but I can wear a tuxedo. I could be a male. I'm okay with that. Let's do it. Because she was enthusiastic. She understood what I wanted. And she's amazing. And she came, we met, she performed for us. And I like to work with enthusiastic people. When the energy is flowing, you know.
There's always a place to recline at the heart of the Philosopher's Stone performance. That's where viewers are invited to a hidden sound experience on headsets.
Their binaural sound, what you're experiencing is a conversation in 4 languages that I'm speaking from 11 to midnight. A stream of consciousness, and it's the narrative is nonlinear. You don't know what's happening.
Here you are a painter, and you're working now across all these mediums. What ignited your imagination to push your art in this way?
As you learn to copy, then you learn to analyze what you're copying. At one point, you have to personalize it, and then you have to make magic with it. So I think I'm at a point where I've understood what neuromelanin is, and now it's time to create it and apply it and invent.
Now that you've been sharing multisensory experiences through your work, how do you see your role in Miami's art scene moving forward?
I think I bring in a perspective in the community as an artist, kind of like a spiritual shaman. My work is not intended for anything else but to tap into your true essence. If you're looking to tap into yourself, my work does that. I want it to do that. That's my intention. So that when you look at it, it becomes a reflection of you.
This was an Art of Black Miami podcast sponsored by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. I am Rosie Gordon-Wallace. In today's episode, we introduce you to Asser Saint-Val, an artist who matured in the local art scene and has traveled to the Caribbean to explore his roots. This sensorial and spiritual come together in his art. His surreal paintings come to life in performing bodies, sound, taste, and smell, inviting us to contemplate universal truths about our inner selves. We recorded this conversation inside the Ward Rooming House, an art space in the historic neighborhood of Overtown, a mecca for Black art and culture. Art of Black Miami highlights the year-round art and culture scene in Miami's heritage neighborhoods and across communities in Greater Miami and the beaches. If you are enjoying our stories, visit artofblackmiami.com to learn more. Engage us on social media, post and share using the hashtag ArtofBlackMiami. The Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau is an accredited, independent, not-for-profit sales and marketing organization. The GMCVB's mission is to attract visitors to Greater Miami and the beaches for leisure, business, and conventions. For up-to-date art events, promotions, and more information, visit artofblackmiami.com.